Right, we're back on Qanga. Let's just test the chat, see if it's working. I'm not sure whether it is or it isn't. Hang on a minute. Right. Anyway, that'll do it. Well, earlier on today we tried playing Qanga. Bear in mind it's something I haven't really a clue what I'm doing. We got stuck, but now I realise that within the menu, which I never even looked at, if you hit escape, there is an unstuck button, which I never even knew was there. And that allows you to respawn back at a save point or a checkpoint. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I still don't know where I am, but I only have a pistol. I've spent some of my remaining money on some ammunition for my pistol. I've got a basic backpack, and we're going to, first of all, try and find out exactly where we've respawned, because I'm not sure. And we might go hunting for some abandoned locations to see if we could find a better weapon. And I am also streaming on XSplit Broadcaster, which now is this stream looking better, Coldest Pillow? I'm back on Broadcaster. I've set up a basic stream on Broadcaster. What did I have for lunch? All I had for lunch, believe it or not, was really laggy. You're saying it's not laggy on what I'm looking at, and I'm looking at it on my phone, and it looks perfectly okay on my phone. No, it's definitely not laggy. I think you're winding me up. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it is looking laggy on my phone. Yes, I'm looking at it. It's looking laggy on there. It must be the game. It must be the game that's doing it. It's looking laggy there on my phone, definitely. Anyway, what was I saying? For dinner, for lunch, I only had a light lunch. I just had soup and some bread. I wasn't really all that hungry. Now, I'm trying to find out where I am. That's a checkpoint that I respawned back at. That might be, that's not a Sam. I don't think it is. That's not the name of the place. Metallurgist vendor. Backpack vendor. Well, I don't want to buy another backpack because that's, I can't afford it. Dharma scrapped NHS, I heard. Where the hell did you hear that? I never saw it. Mind you, I haven't seen the news, so I couldn't tell you. So basically, we're on the world somewhere, and I don't know where we are. That might be Italy. I don't know. I haven't a clue exactly where we are, because this globe of the world is not very easy to follow. We might be somewhere around the Mediterranean. Not clear on that. But anyway, if we go and have a look at these signs here, Belaga and Assam. That was where we were wanting to go at one point. We'll tell with that, we won't bother with it. What's that over there? Trees. Well, what we want to try and do is find some empty locations, and we'll recall our spaceship. What's that over there? Oh, that's another thing. We don't need to go to that either. Yeah, I think this game's a bit... well, it is in early access, so it's bound to be dodgy. It was dodgy enough when I was streaming it earlier on today, so it's probably going to stay dodgy. Right, so we'll retrieve our our spaceship. We'll fly around a wee bit and see if we can pick up anything. I think that's too big of a headline for me not to have seen a headline like that. CP about Starmer scrapping the NHS. Are you making this? Are you making these headlines up as you go along? Right. Anyway, dawn is coming. Where's the back end of this? There we go. Let's go into first person so we can open this. That's better. Right, shut that. Into there. Into there. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the button I'm looking for. Right. R to start the engine. And V to go to third person. Oops, hang on a minute. That's the wrong button. That's better. Let's get ourselves out of here before we... Right, so we're still in hover mode, which means that we'll go around about 400 kilometres an hour until we're well clear of the ground, and then we can go into flight mode. But I want to scan and see if we can find any sort of unknown locations and maybe be able to find stuff. We don't want to bump into any of these crappy bloody lobster things that keep chewing your legs. Maybe the stream will settle down a bit once it's been up and running for a little while. It's looking, I have to say, it's looking a bit choppy. Got to keep using my scanner to see if we can find stuff, but I'm not really finding much stuff around about here. Right, what's that blue thing over there? That's a vendor usually. iClub Centre mission. I wonder if that's about killing all of these bloody sangling things. Right. We need that second little map up. I don't see that mission thing that we were supposed to be looking at. Have we gone past it? Let's give it a scan again, see if we can find it. Nope, I'm not seeing anything. Ah, there it is. Now, if there's any of these creepy crawly things down in the ground, I'm not going to go down because, like I say, I don't have the firepower to deal with them. You really need to have a grenade launcher to deal with them. Let's see what there is. Let's just float down a wee bit. And another thing that's maybe bugged in this game is the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher on your spaceship, it worked when I first started the game. I can't get it to work. I've tried remapping the buttons. I don't know what the hell's happened with that. It's maybe bugged as well now. Right. So this is obviously a location that we can visit, but we won't be going into it. Now, there's usually, as I said, sort of hidden stuff in these places that you can maybe pick up. But I daren't go in the ground if these bastard things are crawling about, and I don't see any though. I don't see any. And I haven't chosen this as a mission. I think this mission, you may well have had to get it from the tower. But I'm going to go in and see what I can find anyway, as long as there's none of these creepy crawlies going about. Right, let's get the landing gear down. Get the engine off. Get out my seat. You can go through the hatch. You can bring the hatch back on the cab, but I don't like doing that. Or on the flight deck, I should say. I don't like doing that. I'd rather go out the back door. Right. So we're somewhere. I still don't even know where we are. Let's go to third person. Get my gun out. It's a bit like trying to use a pea shooter, this wee pistol. It's bloody useless. But anyway, we'll nip in here if we can get in and see if we can find anything worth pinching. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything from here because I think this is a mission we had to pick up before we got here, if you know what I mean. But even so, looking around, there's absolutely nothing at all being highlighted that I can actually use at all. So again, another waste. Oh, wait a minute, there they are. There they are. There's the Sanglins. Yeah. So we need to steer well clear of them because they'll be sniffing around. As soon as they get a sniff of me, they'll be after me. Yeah. And that, no doubt, over there, there could be one of their nests going about here. Yeah. If I get too close, they'll be all over me like a rash. Now, there's transport, which would be fine as long as I had somewhere to go with it. Right, so they're all dangerous things, them. I can't go near them. And there's nothing that is of any value here that I could take. There's one there approaching my ship. Oh no, it's away over in the background, is it? How far away is it? Oh, it's far enough away. Right, so no joy here with this. We're going to have to go into the map and we don't need to reset anything. So that is approaching the ship. There it is. It's crawling up. It's crawling up my back passage, if you pardon the expression. I shouldn't have left the door open. It looks as if it's crawling inside the ship. Yeah. That's no good. How good is Stub It Straight? Well, he's as good as he is at all the other ones till he eventually gets knocked out. Are they damaging my spaceship? Now I'm scared to go over and go inside it. "34 meters away." I think it's definitely inside. Listen to it. It so wants to eat me. There it is. It's getting mad because it can't get at me. It's trying to get at me, but it's probably damaging the ship doing that as well. See if we can get it over here. See, this gun is a pile of shit. I'm just wasting bullets. I need to get out of here. Thing is can I make it back to the back door and get it shut and get took off before these things wreck my bloody ship? Oh, here's something with bloody 2 legs, and I don't know. Oh, here they're all coming. Right, this is going to get destroyed. I need to draw them away from it. This is why you can't hang around. Well, I got him through the head. Right, there's something in that cabin there. And that ugly bastard thing is crawling about there. Right, here's one coming. Right. Now, there's one of these things over there. Why did Spectre Dawn withdraw? Because he didn't like the fact that a Sarah was put in, and I think he had to play him or something like that in the first round. Right, I'm going to try and get back to my spacecraft and get the hell out of here, because these things just keep coming to you. They just keep coming. They're relentless. The chances are I'm going to die before I get off the ground. Let's be honest. Now, where the hell is it? It's over there. Let's get in. Right. Let's get into the thing. Right, we're away. So that was a waste of time going there. Right, we'll go into flight mode. Keep scanning. I think the sun's getting quite low in the sky, so we're going to have problems in a minute or two. I think the best thing to do is begin to hover mode, go to the map, have a look at the map, see where we are, and take a track to that Assam, which was where we were initially trying to get to in the first place. And if we look at the little map top right hand corner of the screen, it is 600 odd kilometres away, so that is far too far to fly in the Earth's atmosphere. So we're going to have to get out of here. We're going to have to head out. Well, we need to get to like 50,000 metres and we'll be in space. And then that makes it a lot easier to get to where we're going. We don't want to go too fast, going through the atmosphere, and we'll burn up, or we'll start to burn up. Whenever you see that sort of white, that brightness happening, that's you beginning to overheat. But we're almost into space. Top right hand corner of the screen with that little window with a green line on it, that's the direction that we're aiming for, that's our target. So we are now in space. So now we can look for that target on the earth below, and as you can see coming into view is that green, just where my arrow is pointing at, that's where we're going. And those kilometres should come down a lot quicker than what they would do if we were in the Earth's atmosphere. So that's where we're going. We're going to Assam. And the green target area is going below us as we head around the Earth orbit. So that's where we're aiming for. So it's down to, what, 400 odd, just over 400 kilometres. And most of that now is actually how far we probably are in space. So now that we're almost over it, we can start to head south. Now Stubbs takes too many risks. That's his problems, and then of course in straight pool the penalty you pay in straight pool is you could be sitting down for half an hour and losing the match. Right, so now we're looking for that altitude to appear in the box on the screen. We're travelling at 7,500 or 7,250 miles kilometres an hour. We're looking to actually drop down back into the Earth's atmosphere as we get ever closer to where we're going. And we're probably just at the upper limit of the atmosphere right now. We've got what, 200 and odd kilometres to go. Our fuel is reasonable enough to get there. Not long to go now. What, 140 kilometres? And we've blown up. Well, there we go. That was excellent. So much for that idea. That's us dead. Now, check the map. And the problem now is, having been blown up and killed, I'm now no weapons, none. And bearing in mind that I died in mid-air, you died here 430 kilometres away. That's where I'd have to go and try and look for my weapons. That's what bugs me about this game. So now I've only got 2,900 credits. I've no weapons, I've no backpack, I've nothing. And it's back to square one. The only thing I've got is the retrieval of my spaceship, which is going to be intact. But I would have to fly there to try and find my remains. So that's what I'm going to do. It's the only option I've got. I've got no other option. So I need to retrieve my spaceship and go and find, see if I can find my dead body and find what weapon I had. Incidentally, there's one other spacecraft that you can buy in this. There's the one I've got is a passenger one. It's called the Valkyra Passenger. There's the Valkyra Explorer, which may well be quicker, but obviously you need 25,000 credits to buy that, and I've never been near that amount of credits to be able to buy it. So we will retrieve that. That's where we died, so we're heading 400 kilometers that direction to try and find my equipment, which is nothing to write home about. A epoxy pistol with dwindling ammo. In fact, practically no ammo. Right, we need to get into this quick. This is why I find this game so hard to actually progress, because I'm forever getting killed. I'm forever losing what measly items I've actually got. And I think since the last update, things have got more difficult because there seems to be a lot less stuff lying around to collect. I find it very difficult to actually find matter. Right, anyway. Where the hell am I going? I'm going to the cockpit. That's where I'm going. So we're in. Get up. Get that away. Get round. And right. So now, oops. If we can get high enough, we'll get into flight mode. Right, so all I need to do is make sure I don't come down too quickly and burn the rocket ship up. What height are we at? We're at 15,000 metres. Well, there's definitely a lot more riveting space games out there. I don't know whether it's any more enjoyable in multiplayer, because I haven't done it yet, because I don't know enough about the game that would probably make it worth my while. I might actually try and find a multiplayer game and see whether I find somebody with a lot more experience than me who knows what the hell they're doing, because I certainly don't, for the most part. I think we're flying at an outward angle. That says a bit more steady now. Now that might be a bug as well. What happens there, the camera seems to jump off to the side. Did you notice that? It just seems to sort of glitch over to the side. And it could well be a bug. Well, there's my the red marker to show me where I died, which is still almost 300 kilometers away. Yeah. Now there must be, it says homing enabled. What does that say there? And yet I can't get the homing missiles to work. Now I've mapped them and everything and nothing seems to get them to work. They used to work, the homing missiles, but they don't work anymore. Yeah, that's definitely bugged. Our camera has leaped over to the side. We're sort of hanging off our seat in the cockpit for some strange reason. Right, we've got 100 odd kilometers to go. So I want to slow down. Well, hopefully wherever we've died, at least I do have something to collect, and hopefully those sanglings aren't around. So how far have we got to go now? Just over 100 kilometers. So we need to descend. And we need to do it in an orderly fashion that we don't blow up again. Well, that's the sad thing. The sad thing is that it did show that we blew up mid-air, so I'm not going to find anything. So this has been a wasted journey as well. I thought we'd maybe find my body, but obviously I have been what's the word? Vaporized. Right, we're in hover mode. We are just at the extremities of the Earth's atmosphere, and that's where we that's where we died, and it's still 31 kilometers away. Right. So when we get to that marker, the only thing we can do is drop down and see if we can find anything. "15 kilometres, and then we take an immediate drop. But whatever remains that we had, i.e. the weapons and all that, that's us going over it. So let's head down. This is the biggest waste of time yet. And this is another reason why I'm making absolutely no progress in this game at all. How are we doing for altitude? We're at 32,000 metres. "3,000 kilometres an hour speed. We're putting the brakes on. Yeah, we need to get the brakes on. We're going too fast. That's another reason we burned up. Well, I can see land down below. We're accelerating again. Get us slowed right down. 12,000 metres and dropping fast. Now, the one way to protect yourself from crashing is to hit the T button and go into hover mode like that, and that way you'll stop, and then you can just you know, crawl at a leisurely speed. You won't get anywhere, but it's only when you go into flight mode that it's most dangerous, but at least that stops you from crashing into the ground. Well, needless to say, there's nothing here that we can collect. That was a waste of time. So we've now got no weapons, no ammunition, nothing. And now we look at the map. We find out where we are, which is there. And we really want to go back to Assam. Which is just at 11 o'clock. That's where we want to go to. Oh, is that, this is the big tower in the sky, the one where I fell to the ground, isn't it, I think? The big tower that's up above the clouds. So we're going to have to get a bit higher, I think. There it is. Right, we'll get into hover mode. Now, I think this tower is a lot taller than the Burj Dubai or whatever the hell that tallest building in the world is called, because this thing is right above the clouds. I mean, this is how tall is this? This must be what, I don't know. I'm guessing it looks like, you know, 5,000 or 6,000 feet tall. It's bloody huge. Now the question is where's the fuel station? And there's that thing I was trying to get into the last time. I'm going to try and get into it. It's going to be gone by the time I get down. But there's one of them lying in the dock at the moment. Right, that's the fuel thing this side, I think. Yeah, so we want to get down. That thing's just about to take off. We're not going to make it. Get the undercarriage down. There he goes. There he goes. So meanwhile we'll get down, and we're determined to get inside that bloody thing. But make sure we don't fall off it this time. And this should refuel. There we go. Right. And it's probably going to be another number of minutes before that arrives again. Right, so now we can get. Does that allow us to sleep there? No, it doesn't. I was just wondering why the bed was there, but it doesn't highlight anything. Anyway, that won't matter. Right, we are out. When does he come back? Probably another 5-6 minutes yet. Yeah, 4 minutes. I am naked. No weapons, nothing. But I'm just curious to where this bloody thing will take us to. So we wait and see. And I've already had 2 goes at getting inside this spacecraft, and I've failed miserably on both occasions. So, as the saying goes, third time lucky. I'm going to try and do it, having them walking slowly towards the thing. What's that? Is that a bust or something? What the hell is it? hard to tell what that's meant to be. Anyway. Three minutes still to go. You are not watching Virtual Pool 4. I need to change those messages in Botrix for this, because the Botrix chat thing, because you're not watching Virtual Pool 4, you're watching Qanga. That's what you're watching. Well, let's just wait until this damn thing arrives. We'll just crouch. We'll crouch. And we'll stand up. Two minutes to go. It's the longest 2 minutes of your life waiting on this thing. Now, when I was here earlier on today, I spent my time in the darkness looking over the side, looking for the ground. And in darkness, you couldn't see that there was nothing but clouds below you. And I wondered why the stairs wouldn't go to the ground. And then I realised we're in a sky tower. This is the first time I'd ever been here. And I didn't realise that it was also a landing point for some sort of spaceship thing. Maybe you're not meant to go into this thing, I don't know. I have no idea whether you're allowed in it or not. Judging by how difficult it was to get in it, I'm not quite sure, but why would there be a time telling you when one of these things is going to arrive? That's what I want to know. So the only problem is it hovers above the ground, and the back door to it is like 6 or 7 feet off the ground, so you've got to hover to get into it, and I wasn't able to do it. But I'm going to give it a good go. You've only got a short amount of time to get in the thing, if you can get in it. Are you still there, Coldest Pillow? Is there somebody else still there as well? This is really boring, isn't it? There it is. There it is. Here we go. I'm going to go slowly. I'm going to try and be as controlled as I can be. Right, see, the legs come down, but it doesn't land in the ground, which I find weird. So it must be bugged. It's got to be bugged. Right, let's go up. And it won't let me get up. Oh, I'm in. Unbelievable, I'm in. Now, where the hell am I going? I do not know. Well, that's a miracle in itself. Now, is there anything worth stealing in this thing? Well, that doesn't open. Well, I mean, this is as good a guess as anything as to where the hell we are going. We are taking off. I'm going to go... Well, you go to third person. You don't go outside the ship because you're not flying it, so that's pointless. Yeah, it's a bit buggy because now the camera's spinning on its own. How far have we got? We've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds until we arrive wherever the hell we're going. I'm going to go to the map and clear that thing. Where is it? Now, where's this taking us to? Where the hell is it taking us to? Right, we're going by our death location. Right, now I've got it. These are orbital stations that we're going to. So it's taking us to the Asia one. And these are all around the planet. So this is me going to the Asia one, which I've finally worked out. And we'll be able to recall our spacecraft there. The only thing is, though, is that the nearest place to get refueled is Bangkok again, which is where we don't really want to be. We've already been around about this region. What's that one there? Belaga Tower. Right, so we're almost there. And then, of course, we'll have to sort of jump out the back of this thing. It'd be good if you could actually get up front. Is there anything here that you can interact with? Have we landed? No, because the back door hasn't opened yet. This is a bit clunky.
Please take your seat during the approach phase. Our company wishes you a pleasant journey.
Why is it saying welcome aboard? I don't want to come aboard. We've got 17 seconds to get off this thing. This thing should be landing, I presume. This is where I want to get out. It's a bit buggy inside this. Movement wise, that is. It goes a bit weird. Right, so it should be opening. Right, why am I hearing things opening but I don't see the door opening? That's a bit worrying, because that's where I come in. And now it's saying we've got 2 minutes 30, or we're not heading back to where the hell we came from, are we? Does the door open at the side or something to get off this? I must be missing something here completely. Now I'm confused. You hover and go in the back door. When you get to the place you're going to, the back door doesn't open. And now I'm heading back to where I don't want to go to. Yeah, we're heading back to where we've just came from. Jesus Christ. Right. So, does this open here? Is that a door? I mean, how the hell are you meant to get out of the damn thing? There's nothing interactive in here. You can't go up front. Oh, you can see through the flight deck window through that door, but that's all you can see. Now we're going past the point that I died at previously. Yeah, nothing's interactive. This looks as if it might be a door. This never opened. It didn't open once. It opened once to get in it, but it didn't open it. Oh, Christ almighty. Right, well, I'll stand here then and see what happens. How long have we got to go? A minute. Right, there's nothing going to open at that side by the look of it. This is the only thing that looks as if it might be a door. So we have to assume that's the only other thing that opens. That opens that end to go in, and this opens this end to go out. This is going weird again. It's going a bit weird. It's glitching about. Relay tower.
Welcome aboard your aerotrain.
Right, now the back's opening. Now we need to get out. Now, did that land in the ground this time? No, it didn't. It's still off the ground. Right, well, sod that then. We'll just get into our own spacecraft and get out of here. That was a waste of time. And we know that these stairs are a waste of time because you're 6,000 foot off the ground. And we will recall our spacecraft. Now, the one thing I do know is that when I started the game, you start the game in Djibouti in South East Africa or somewhere like that. And round about the tower that you're at, there's lots of different locations that you can go and investigate. Because there's nothing round about here that you can investigate, very little. So it might be that we might have to go back to where we were. Larry, I have a question to ask you if you're still there. I'm trying to remember what it is. Did you hear any of the stream a few nights ago where I mentioned about the guy that PM'd me? Was you listening to the stream the other night when I was talking about the guy who PM'd me and I didn't recognise his name? And the reason he PM'd me because I was the only person in the lobby that he recognised the name of. Did you hear any of that? Has Larry come and gone? Maybe he has. Yeah, I think we'll make our way back to Djibouti. I think that's what we'll do. Has this stream settled down a bit? I'm looking at it on my phone now. It looks a lot smoother. I think Larry's got bored and left. I don't blame him. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Because I know that round about Djibouti, when you start the game, you can go to these locations and pick up a lot of crap. And... Oh, what am I doing? Right, I want to shut the bloody door. Right, that's better. No, Larry's definitely gone, or he's just choosing to ignore me. Right. So, V, R to start the engine. Spacebar to lift yourself off the ground. Make sure you don't lift yourself too high because you're going to hit that roof. And once you're free of that, you can then lift yourself up higher, free of the building. Again, we're in hover mode, so if I go to the map and we are there, wherever there is, and we're in, well, we're almost in China, I think. So there's Nagpur. Africa is way over there. I'm sure that Mombasa and everything. So Djibouti is over there somewhere. Where it is, I don't know. But there's nothing to be found over here, so I think it's pointless waiting here. So let's get out of that. Yeah, I thought Larry was going to hang around for a minute or two because I wanted to ask if he had saw the stream the other night there and get no reply, so he's obviously gone. Nagpur. Right, let's come out of there. Get ourselves turned around. What height are we at? We're at 11,000 meters. And then we can go into flight mode. Now you can see how the camera is centered at the moment. There's something glitches out that shoves us over to the side. That's clearly a bug. Right, we're at 24,000 meters, so that should be good enough. But we've got over 700 kilometers to go to get to that Nagpur place. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and leapfrog across and go back to where we started the whole game. You start the whole game in Djibouti, and round about that tower there was quite a few things you could investigate. I think maybe they were put there to sort of start you off in the game, because I'm finding nothing in this part of the world. So let's get into orbit. That's where we need to get to, so that we can get to this place a bit quicker. Uh, 40 odd thousand feet, almost about another 10,000 meters to go and we'll be in orbit. Right, so we're now in orbit. I am going to warp. And we are down to 400 kilometers. In fact, we've overshot the mark. Where are we? We've overshot the mark. We've walked past it. Right, that should be safe to get out of warp. Nagpur is now 100 and whatever it is kilometers. I think we're probably at a safe enough speed to re-enter Earth's atmosphere without burning up, hopefully. He said confidently, like the last time where we just blew up immediately. I mean, I can put the brakes on. So I've got... How much fuel have we got left? We've got plenty of fuel to land with no problem. We just need to safely re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, then we're fine. And we're still outside the Earth's atmosphere because we've got no altitude reading on the panel in front of us. All we have is the speed, and we're already speeding up too much again. We're under 100 kilometers to go, and most of that is altitude, I think. But we can't be far off picking up a number here for altitude. (1600 kilometers an hour). The little pointy thing that I'm waving up and down at, that is our target. And in the top right hand corner of the screen is a green line taking us to that destination. That's the flight path that we need to take. We're down to under 80 kilometers. We should be getting a reading any second now on our altitude. That's got to kick in because we're descending all the time. We're still at 1600 kilometers an hour. which hopefully, as I said, is slow enough that we can safely re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. Touch wood. Normally you wouldn't want to come in at this steep an angle. So we're still looking for a count on altitude. We've still not got it. We're down to, what, 49 kilometres? There we go. Right, that's it now. And we are speeding up, which is no good. Well, what would be handy is if we had a bit of daylight coming through. Right, we've 27 kilometres to go. I think the safest thing to do would be to keep an eye on that altitude and then hit the T button to go into hover mode, where we can just manoeuvre our way towards this tower. And hopefully I haven't chosen an infected tower, because if it is we probably won't be able to land, because it could be crawling with these bloody sangling things. Right, we'll put the T on. We've hit T. And I think the tower is coming into view. We're at 6,000 metres and dropping. We're flying at a safe speed. Right, if we go to external view, I wish we'd get a bit of daylight. This is bad enough trying to land this thing, but trying to land it in darkness isn't very handy. So again, we're looking for the landing pad with the fuel tanks on it. That's where we'll get refueled. And it's not exactly easy to do that. Bit glitchy there. Is that them over there? I think that's them over there, yeah. That's the fuel tanks. Undercarriage down. Down, 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 down. So this is just a leapfrog. Once we're fueled up, which I think we are, I'll just switch the engine off for a minute. We want to go back to the map and centre ourselves on where we are, which is there. We are there at Nagpur in India, and we're wanting to head over back to Africa, and we are going to wherever the hell it is. We're trying to find, I think Djibouti's up there. Right, so Djibouti's over there. So we want to make a leap to there. Now that doesn't say that that's an infected tower. That one there is though. So that one there, Socotra, is where we want to go to. That might be one of these towers in the sky again, to eventually leapfrog across to Djibouti, which is where we start the game, and see if we can maybe find stuff. We need to find stuff because we've got absolutely nothing. Right. So, centre it on us. This is quite a leap across to there. So we've got it marked out. It's now daylight. And up we go. And then we need to get our bearings. Get it into flight mode. And there's the green line up on the top of the screen. And we need to get into orbit. And the only reason we're going back to Djibouti is right at the start of the game, when you're doing the very early missions, there are quite a few areas around about that you can go and collect stuff, which is very important to get you started in the game. And there's no other reason to go back to Djibouti other than that, simply because we've not got a weapon. We've got very little money. We can't afford a weapon and ammunition, and we can't afford a substantial enough weapon that we would need to shoot these bloody sangling things. So this is the only reason we're going to go back to this bloody place. And we will very quickly be in orbit. We're going all over. We're almost in orbit. We're at 37,000 meters. And then we'll need to do a quick, in fact we'll just do a quick turn now, so that we're heading in the right direction. Right, we're now in orbit. That's not what I wanted to do. I did not want to switch the engines off. Houston, we have a problem. That's better. Now, what we need to do is get lined up to this damn thing. It's quite some distance we have to go. And anybody that's still watching, you're not watching Virtual Pool. Clearly you're watching Qanga. And you've got as much an idea what you're doing as I have in this game. Right, I think we're far enough out that we can use the warp. And get those kilometers down, and those kilometers are flying down now. So you hold the U button to go into warp. Once your warp engine runs out of power, you have to stop until it reloads. If you look at the top of the HUD, you'll see that. So we can go again until it runs out. And get a chunk of this mileage eaten up. And we will stop there. I think we've overshot where we're going again. I think we have. It's a bit fiddly to control this when you're in orbit. Right, slow down, slow down, slow down. Right, that's where we're aiming for, there. So we've got the green line on the top right hand side of the HUD. We've got the green line lined up, and that's where we should hold. We've got 3/4 of fuel left, which should be good enough for us to get there. We'll do that top up, and then we've got one more jump to go to back to where we started the whole game in Djibouti. Right, I'm going to just put the nose down a wee bit, and we're going to try and control this warp. Right, we are just entering the Earth's atmosphere. We're going to slow down so that we don't burn up, if we can help it. And we're coming in a lot flatter than we did the last time. I think we're at Baumgartner height when he jumped out the balloon, because you can still see the curvature of the Earth. "37,000 meters and dropping. Now we can see some of the clouds. We've still got 270 odd kilometers to go. Well, we've now safely re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. We now can get down to a more manageable height and hopefully see a bit more of where we're going when we've got the daylight here. Because that's the other thing you're going to run out of soon enough. You're going to run out of daylight. This is maybe one of these sky towers. Not sure. Looks as if it possibly will be, because there wasn't much. I couldn't see much land round about it. Down. We're dropping quite rapidly here. Oh, that was a bit dangerous. Look at how close to the ocean we are. Right, anyway. I was a bit late with the T button, so let's go into flight mode again. Right over what might be the Indian Ocean. Still got more than half a fuel tank, so we should still be good. Just 100 odd kilometers to go. And then beyond this tower is the mainland of Africa, so that's where we're going to. So we're on the right line. Yeah, I think it's a wee bit better flying in third person, because at least you can see where the ground is, or where the ocean is. I need to see it a lot sooner than when I did it previously. They almost crashed. Well, this looks as if it's on the ground. Have we locked up? Oh, I think we almost locked up there. There's a big pause there. Right. We are getting there. There's some land to the right of us. Oh, it is. It's on an island. Or is it? Where the hell is it? Oh, it's down there. There it is. Right, into hover mode. Into hover mode. Down we go. I think that's it down there. Yeah, it is. Right. Quick scan of anywhere round about us, and again I don't see much round about us. Now what's that yellow thing there though? What's that? What's that say? Oh, is that a mineral? Is that gold? Copper? See, you can do mining in this game, but I haven't a clue how you do it. I think there's a mining gun that you can buy or something. And I think I bought one before and I still don't know how that works. So it's just about flying by the seat of your pants and trying to work things out. Right, so comfortable amount of fuel, so the next leap to Djibouti won't be quite as far. So once again, we're just looking for the landing pad with the fuel tank on it. And it might be over there, I think. I think I can see it over there. Again, a bit choppy. That's the landing pad down there. Just there. Get ourselves squared up. We're turning too quick. Landing gear. Right, so we're refueling. No point getting out here. There's nothing that I want to see here. Now that's draining all my money for the fuel. So I'm pretty much broke. Another glitch in the graphics there. I am almost broke. In fact, I may well be broke. Right, so we are there. And Djibouti is there. And that's where I want to go to. Now, what's that? Map. Landing gear. Well, we've got 600 and odd kilometres to go. There, we're glitched off to the side again. You're probably left, Coldest Pillow. You're not still there. I'm missing the chat because I'm too busy concentrating. I'm trying not to crash or burn up. Yes, it is multiplayer, but I've never played it. I've never went into a server yet. And when I tried to look at the servers this morning, they were all empty anyway. Now, are we in orbit yet? We're just short of being in orbit. Once we get to about 50,000 meters, there we go. So now, if I can get squared up, get ourselves lined up a bit better, and then hit the warp button. No, I've hit the bloody engine button. Hang on, wrong one. I want to hit the U. That's what I want to hit. We can come out of warp. We don't want to warp too far. Get it out of hover mode. We've got 300 kilometers still to go. More than enough fuel to get there. We're almost flat out without going into warp. We are flying at the fastest speed that we can, 7,000 kilometers an hour. Now we've got flares on this somewhere, but I can't remember where they are. One of the buttons does the flares. Right, we are getting ourselves realigned to where we're trying to get to. Which is there. Djibouti Tower. I think, you know, when you mess about with this game, I see it's been years since I've really played a mouse and keyboard game. Most games that you play nowadays are gamepads, and they've, in the last update, they've added gamepad functionality to the game, but I've spent all my time up until now learning to use the keyboard and the mouse, so I'm not going to change to the gamepad. But once you know the basics of flight in this, that part of it is fairly simple. You know, getting the thing off the ground, getting rid of the undercarriage, going into flight mode and into hover mode, because they're quite important, and also learning to use the warp. Once you know those buttons, you're fine. You'll get from A to B, no bother. But the rest of it, the difficult part is making progress, is making money, and because you're doing it all blind, there's nothing to give you a guide, there's nothing to give you an instruction. You're just totally at your own decisions, and how lucky you are at finding things. You know, when you die, you lose your weapons, simple as that, unless you can go and retrieve them. I don't know how many times I've died in this game, lost all the weapons that I've spent such a long time trying to gather, and the money that I've had, and all of that, and then you basically start from scratch again every time. So we're down to 84 kilometres. We've still got more than probably 2/3 of a tank to get there, and then we can hopefully get organised. We've now just entered the Earth's atmosphere a little bit. We need to get sort of levelled off here a bit, and possibly slowed down a bit as well. Down to 31, we are losing altitude very rapidly. In fact, too rapidly. We'll get into hover mode just to save ourselves a wee bit there. Trying to get our bearings. There we are. And I think dawn is coming as well, just at the right time. Dawn is just beginning to break, which is good. And just a couple of kilometres or so away from, you know, what is it, 26 kilometres? Yeah, we're not in flight mode anymore, we're only flying at 400 kilometres. This is a safer way to approach your landing. If you're in flight mode, you're going far too fast. I've learnt that the hard way. Well, I thought we were getting some daylight, but apparently not. That's actually the moon. I thought that was the sun rising over there. I could see something on the horizon, but I've miscalculated. I thought it was dawn, but it isn't. It can't be that far away though. Down below 15,000 metres. What about that Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid game last night? In all the 50 odd years I've watched football, I've never seen that happen. I've never seen that happen in a penalty shootout. Never. And I think Atletico Madrid were robbed last night with that decision. I think that was a ridiculous decision. I mean, if anything, the player's foot. We've seen it. We've seen that happen plenty of times. A player. I mean, David Beckham did it in a penalty shootout, didn't he? He slid and the turf gave way, and that's how he missed the penalty. But the fact that the fact that they didn't. The decision was to disallow the goal because they're saying he hit the ball twice. I think was unfair to start with. The thing they should have done at least was force him to retake it. I think Atletico Madrid really, I think they should really be complaining about that. That was horrible to lose the match on that decision. Well, ultimately they didn't really lose the match in that decision. They missed their penalties. You know, we have to say that, but. In all my years of watching football, I've never saw that as a decision. Right, well, we are at 2,500 metres off the ground, and our landing pad is finally coming into view. And we'll finally be in Djibouti and hopefully be able to pick up some crap that we can sell. See, there's a lot more stuff around about here. You notice the difference? There's a lot of crap lying about that you can collect. Yeah, of course, you have to avoid the sanglings to do it, but it's a lot busier round about this part. You see all of this stuff here. Anyway, hopefully dawn will come. We can get landed there. It's glitching again. And eventually lose all our money on refueling. That I think that's the refuel tanks. Yeah, we're getting a lot of glitching here. It's a bit juddery. Get the landing gear down. Now I know for a fact that when you go down the stairs on this tower to ground level that there's sanglings all around. And you can see the money on my bank account has now dropped below 3,000 credits. So every time you top up, it's costing you 10 credits. Let's go to this thing. Right, we are out. Right, we need to go in here and see if there's anything lying about that we can pick up. Probably not a lot, to be honest with you. let's go. I know what we need to do. Where is it? We need to go in there for a start. That's what we need to do. Quick look in here because I've got nothing in storage. Of course I don't. Nothing at all. But we need to go here and save, which we've done. And now we have to go naked as far as defenseless goes to try and see if we can pick up some garbage. And like I say, this is the only reason I came back here is because I know that there's a lot of stuff round and about that you can get to. Well, you can get to it on foot, but you've got to stay away from those sangling things. Now, see that there that says an interest point is 2 kilometres away. That there is an item for collection. There's another item. See, these are things that I can collect and use as actually stuff to trade in, or I can use it to create matter, which is what it's all about. We really need to get down to ground level and leave the spaceship there and put ourselves at risks going down to ground level as well. Now, is this guy going to say anything to us? He's probably got a mission. Let's see what that is. You know, before everything went up in flames, I had a guitar. Yeah, I've done this mission before. Blah, blah, blah. For those who had lost hope. Now, the problem with this guitar is I know for a fact that if I choose this mission, it's only 500 credits for a start. And the second thing is, it's in a building which is absolutely infested by sanglings, and you have to blow up all of them first before you can collect the guitar. So sod that for a game of soldiers. I ain't going near that. I've already done that mission. So we're just looking for the stairway down. Not the stairway to heaven, we're looking for the stairway down. And it's over here somewhere, I believe. That's the space train thing. I think these are just AI. Yeah. Yeah. And again, nothing much lying about here at all. Right, on we go. This is where it gets dangerous. This is where I'm taking risks. But I've got to try and get something. And with not having a backpack, I've got no storage on me as well, out of safe zone. See, that tells you that, you know, once you get out the safe zone, anything that's crawling about out here can come and get you. And no sooner do you turn your back than the sanglings are on you. Right, hang on. Where was that thing? There's an item there. How far away is that? 300 metres. And already I can hear the sanglings. I can hear there's another glitch. Right now. We just need to get our bearings and see if any of these things are following us. See, there they are over there, hundreds of them. And they're down there as well. I don't know what that said, but I've collected it, whatever it was. You can't get any more bare bones than this. I've got no backpack, so I've got very little storage on me. I've got no weapons. I'm completely defenseless. And I really do want to find one of these locations. I think we should go back. See, there's something up there. See that sort of tower thing over there? I think we should go back to the ship and do a bit of reconnoitering around, because there's better things to find, but probably safer doing it on the spaceship or from the spaceship and finding somewhere sort of safe to land. That's probably the better idea. But you really cannot tramp around here very long on the ground with these things crawling about. Now there's a box over there just at the foot of the stairs. There's something there, or a couple of things there we might be able to collect. Is this wrecked car? Aye. There's things in the back of that. But your jetpack goes too fast. Right, hang on. Right, up we go. And now we're safe again. Now these, they were never in the game before, these walking about, but they're actually doing nothing other than walking about, these NPCs. You can't interact with any of them. They're only there for show, to actually give you the impression there's a little bit more life about these areas. Right, so we'll recall our spaceship, and we'll go and have a look at these sort of tower things over there. But I think the other danger is that it's going to be getting dark by the time we get there, which I don't really fancy doing. Bought a pack of... I can't read the rest of that because I'm looking at it on my phone. The timeouts, what ones? They've got orange flavour, they've got hazelnut flavour. They're quite good. I've always liked the timeouts, but never buy them unless they're £1. Never buy timeouts unless they're £1. That's my tactical advice there, because they're overpriced. Anything above £1. Right, let's get in. Hang on a minute. That's us. Right. Oops. Yeah, it's definitely glitchy and buggy. There's a lot of stuff needs to be ironed out in this. Right, now where were those towers? Now there's something down there. Well, there's one item there. Is this the thing that's got... I don't think there's much in this at all. I don't think this is going to be worth our while getting in here. Well, there's the odd thing there. But what I don't want to do is go down. I'd much rather land inside the complex than outside it. And I don't know whether there's enough room to land here, because I think I'd feel safer landing inside this thing rather than outside. I don't think it's going to work though. I think I'm going to try and land there. And land with the back end. These things will be... Oh, hang on, I've lifted the bloody undercarriage, the landing gear. Right. I want to have the back end at the entrance here so I can run into it. Right. Oh no, I don't like the sound of that. I think there's something crawling about outside here ready to just kill us, and if it does, it's game over. Now we need to get out of that, get into third person. Right, now let's see if there's something worth finding in here. Don't think there's anything in there at all. I thought there was something in here. There's not something over here. What the hell's that? What's that? Storage, something. Recycle. Recycle. Right, what else is that? See, you can only pick up 4 items, and there's no value in these at all. So I'm just going to recycle them. Sell that for 45 credits, $45. Right. Now, I can already see the sanglings are... now what's that sign there? What does that say? Bunker location, right? So that's the bunker which we've found. I was hoping we would find a gun or something in here, but there's absolutely jack in here. Jack is the answer. Nothing. Now, there's the sanglings over there. They're getting too close. And there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of stuff over there. What's that up there? I'm going to do a quick scan again. Yeah, there we go. There they're jumping about the place. Now we're buggered. And he's after me. I'm dead. Right, let's get that last thing. Recycle that. Well, that's the first time I've seen these things leaking about. Right, I don't know what this is. You know, the thing is, as soon as they get a sniff of you and they know that you're there, they are relentless if you don't move. I don't know what the hell this contraption is. I've just got to hope to draw them away from my ship so they don't rip it to shreds. And now the scary thing is trying to get back into your ship. See, there's one down there. There's one there. They're out looking for me. And it might be the only thing to do is to make a run for it. What's that over there? Right. What's that? No, they're all miles away. Right, let's try this. Interest point. And it's getting dark. This is not good. Now there seems to be lots of stuff there. What's the distance? 700 odd meters. There seems to be lots of stuff here, but I guarantee that there's probably lots of these bloody bastard things as well. Right, let's get there as quick as we can. Right, this looks a bit more promising. But it's the items we want to find. We want to find like a backpack or something like that. A Nash machine gun. I don't know what the hell that says. Now we're going to have to recycle, I think. I thought I'd collected a machine gun. Oh, a packet of fags. We've got no ammunition. That take 45 mil ammo. What the hell was this? It's a storage water. That's just the interest point. That's no good. Now what's in there? Something on top of that tank. What's that? A jerry can. Again, no use. A portable radio would get $75 for that. And $45 for that. So there's $100 odd we could get. There's very little, and we only having a capacity of 4 items. It's like fighting a lost cause. Right, now we're in darkness. Well, I think, again, the best thing to do is to try and make our way back. This is like an aircraft hangar or something. But not a thing in it. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to here, save the game and quit. Because this is too laborious and boring as a spectacle. Even I'm getting bored. And that's saying something. I can usually stick with boring stuff, but I've had enough of this. Oh, there's a box or something again. And there's the stairs. That's what I'm more interested in, the stairs. To get up and out of here. No, in the back of this bloody car again. Oh, I can't be bothered. Right, so we're safe. We are safe. We've got a gun, which is an improvement, a machine gun. We've got not really enough money to buy any appreciable amounts of ammo. And this is where the grind starts, doing all of this stuff. Right, so in we go. Not the bar, that's not where we want to go. We want to go into... This isn't the thing to go to the armory, is it? Ammunition discovery. Well, that's at least 250. That's dead easy. Because all you do is go up in the lift. This is one of the easiest missions you're ever going to get. All you do is go up to the lift, up to the armory, and you get $250 for doing it. Dead easy. Anybody can do that one. Right, so we are going to get a reward for discovering the armory. There's nothing that we can really afford to buy any appreciable ammunition at the moment. Now, what was that? What was the ammunition for this? 45 mil. So let's see how much that costs. Shit. That's costing $60 a shot. Right, so I bought some ammunition. a fruitless task doing that. Has he got anything to say for himself? No. Oh, wait a minute, he might have. Hello, Cyborg. I need you to go kill some boars. I can't handle it myself. I have to manage the armory. Rewards 1,000 baseball bat. We don't want that. 1,000 XP. $1,000. Well, I will accept that contract and see where the boars are. I've never done this mission before. Kill the infected. Now, if this is bloody kill boars, then fine. But if it's more than that, then I've got no chance. I've not got enough ammunition. Right, so what we haven't done yet is we have not saved our game, and that's what we're aiming to do. Where the hell is it? Is it further up here? It's not at the bar. Where the hell is it? We save our game. It's not in there. Is it up above? Christ almighty, when you start the game, you start at a save point. Why can't I find it? That's not where I want to go. That's a pawn shop. In fact, hang on a minute. That's where we'll head. See if you'll buy any of this shit off us. Well, we could sell that. And we could sell the radio, so we're back over 2,000. We'll get rid of the crap that we have. But I can't save my game because I can't remember where the hell it is I go to save my game. I can't find it. How bloody pathetic is this? I'm looking for the IQ lab thing, and it's not this. Right, pawn shop, we've already just been there. Why is it so difficult to find a place? There we are, there it is. Why couldn't I find that? Right, so we'll save that there. We'll head out, find out how far we are away from this kill the boars thing. Because there it's there. How far away is that? It's 1.3 kilometres, and I just hope it is not Sanglins. Well. In fact, as I've saved my game. What's this again? Oh, that's just another place to sell. As I've saved the game, I am going to quit there and go and get dinner. That is what I'm going to do. It's pointless going on in the dark. We will be back at some point in the future. See you later.